Hey guys, my name is Pericore and welcome to a game I, have been playing for a little bit and, I haven't played a lot of it. To be fair, I have maybe played like 20 to 30 hours, but I think there's a lot of people that are having the same question. What is the best car you can get in the game? And I'm glad you asked this question because the best car in the game is actually the first car you can find ever in this game. So, to prove why it is the best, let me just show you. So we are currently in normal difficulty, but what we are gonna do is we are gonna crank up everything that has to do with cars to the absolute max. So we're gonna do everything that would affect our car gameplay. I'm just gonna do this, and explosion damage we can also put on 10 because why not? So let's just start the game. Let's go into the starting area and I show you where you can find this special Easter egg car. Some of you might know this already because, well, a lot of clever minds have already found this, very likely. I haven't found any particular video about this, but, this is why I wanted to do a video, so it becomes more known to the public. So you go in here and you see this is your starting car. You know this one, it is your very usual car. Okay, so you could use this one, obviously. And you might be asking yourself, like, what is the secret car I'm talking about? Where's this car that would drive really fast? Where's this car that would basically have no fuel consumption? Well, glad you ask. It's definitely not any of these ones. You cannot just magically make them usable. It's also not somewhere on the roof. It's not anywhere that you would expect it to be. So this car only needs one thing, though. It needs petrol. And that's it. It doesn't need anything else. So the car I'm talking about is actually called the Box of Imagination. So you might be thinking I'm crazy or something like this, and I understand you. But this box right here is actually a functional car. So to prove this to you, let me show you how this works. So what you need is any kind of source which you can put in there. It could be petrol, it could be engine oil, it could be anything. And as you can see, I already put everything that it is mixed, and this car does not care about this. I can just use this one. So let me just go there, and I need to install it first. Actually I need to install the entire canister. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put it in here, and now it is installed. As simple as this. If I want to, I can open this, I can close this, and I'm not gonna be able to close it again. Well, it doesn't matter. It doesn't really need a lot of fuel. But I'm not gonna drive off just yet. I'm gonna just put like one drink with me and one food because you might wanna need this. Just put it somewhere where you can easily grab it, like so. You know, there's only like 2 or 3 downsides with this car. The first one is you don't have a lot of storage space. So this what you have right here is the only space you really can use. It doesn't have anything like a second seat, so every player would need their own car. And lastly, well, it is not the prettiest car. You cannot paint it, you cannot polish it. It is made out of wood. The manufacturer is unknown. It doesn't have any license plates. It doesn't have anything like this. It is actually not even legal to drive, but we will ignore this because this game doesn't have any police just yet. So to show you how this game works, like I said, or how this car works, this is called the Box of Imagination, and how you use it is, well, you would use your imagination. So you go inside, and just like SpongeBob did, you start to imagine that you can actually drive this. And as you can see, you can actually use your mind, your imagination, your thoughts to drive this car. As fast, as high, as far as you want. You can just, go anywhere. You know, this car can only do so much as your imagination reaches. So if you can imagine even more, this car can do even more. It is not limited to anything. So if you want to get off, you just jump off and then you drive at a later point again. Now I can go inside here and see what there's for interesting stuff. We have a nice resting spot, a motel I think should be it, and I'm hungry now, let's just eat something. And also a little bit thirsty, let's drink something. And, well, there's nothing more interesting right here. Yeah, unfortunately I cannot use any of those special exhausts. I cannot put any attachments on this car, which is a little bit unfortunate, but oh well. So yeah, we have this right here. We could technically take the engine oil or petrol or whatever this is with us, but no. We don't need this. our car is very fuel friendly. You know, this is the dream car of our current world. It does not have any O2 CO2 emissions. And let's just start it again. You know, the engine is also relatively quiet, so you know, there's this. So next station, let's just jump right off, and yeah. The only downside again is that you would have to manually walk to the stations because the brake is not very precise, but you know, you can look over this. Looking over here, okay, there's a lot of rings, blah blah blah. But you get the point. You know, the box of imagination can be used for a lot of things. You can even diffuse mines with this at relative ease because you are too fast for the mines to really register it. But yeah, this is all I wanted to show you. This is the best car in the game. Like I said, the box of imagination. Unknown brand, unknown manufacturer. Just, it exists. I think it is alien technology, you know, might be something that you would see in space. Yeah, that's all I wanted to show you. I hope you have fun playing this game. The developers are probably gonna nerf this because it is a very fast car, and if this goes out in the public, I'm pretty sure the developers are gonna very likely nerf this because it is just too good. It does have too many upsides, almost no downsides. Like I said, the only downsides is you cannot take anyone with you. You cannot put any attachments on it. It cannot be recolored. But maybe if the developers are kind enough, they're gonna keep this as it is, which would be kind of cool because, like I said, this is an absolute unit of a car. So yeah, this is all I wanted to show you. You should definitely check this out. Drive Beyond Horizons is a great game, and yeah, see you in the next video.